Alright, baby. I'll see you tomorrow. And then I'll show you how to keep a bearded dragon. Bye-bye. Oh, hey YouTube. Today we're going to be doing an Emperor Scorpion care sheet. Again, there's been some controversy, and to be honest, I kind of contradicted things that I was saying myself. So I'm going to try and edit things a bit here and redo a sort of very basic, like utterly basic care video. It's not even really going to be a care video. What I'm actually going to be doing is setting up your basic standard Emperor Scorpion enclosure. And I'm going to say right now, I'll even write it down here in bold. Guys, this is a very basic guideline, and in no circumstances do I consider any of my care videos to be a substitution for real research. So please watch this video, take some of the key facts and basic info out of it, keep it in there, but also do some online research. Look through books. Your library might even have a book on keeping creepy crawlies, like they're usually titled weird names like that. Look for that sort of thing and do some extra research. I mean, I'm just like you guys, except maybe if you're getting into it now, I might have more experience in the sense that I already have one of these animals. I'm just trying to show you a visual method of doing this and how I do it, give you a second opinion. So yeah, let's get on with it, and remember, yeah, do your research after watching this as well. Alright, thanks. Alright, so this is my Emperor Scorpion. Here she is. She's probably approximately, I'd say, 4.5 inches in length. I'd say at least. And yeah, she's a really nice Emperor Scorpion, as you can see. I'll get some better footage of her with better lighting in a bit. So yeah, this is her, and right now, let's begin. So we'll keep her in the side while we set up the enclosure. First thing you're going to do to start off is you're going to need a 10 to 20 or 15 to 20 gallon aquarium. 20 is better, it's more spacious, it gives your scorpion more room to go around. So yeah, I have a 20 gallon aquarium here. Nice tropical background on the outside. You might not be able to see that so well, but that's okay, no biggie. I don't know if that helps at all, you can see it better there. Now, this is my setup. What I've decided to do is, because the humidity in my room is really low, so things dry out fast. And Emperor Scorpions require relatively high humidity because they're from a more tropical sort of environment in Africa. So they live in tropical forests like jungles. So what I'm going to do here is I have these clay balls, and you can buy them in a lot of nurseries. To be honest, I don't see them too often. Zoomed made their own version of these, and they're rather small. The largest ball by the Zoomed you'd find is probably like this big, which is really small, whereas these ones are quite large. But usually local nurseries will carry these. I don't know the actual name for them. I just call them like clay balls, and people usually mix them up with their soil substrate to aerate it better, so it aerates the soil. What I like to do with it, and a lot of other hobbyists, what they'll do is they'll put a small, or usually 2 to 3 ball or inch layer of these balls, clay balls, at the base of their enclosure before adding the substrate as a drainage. And then what they'll do is they'll put a screen mesh or a plastic egg crate over that, cut to fit the size so the soil doesn't go through. Well, I'm going to cheat here. For starters, I don't really want to waste my balls. My clay balls. Yeah, I'm sure some of you smirked at that. Anyway, don't want to waste my clay balls. It's not really necessary for my scorpion. So I'm only going to put a thin layer. There's only about a layer of one ball here. So there aren't any balls overlapping each other. It's just one nice layer of balls here. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add my substrate. So I've set down a layer, and following this, what we're going to do is we're going to take this. So this is the soil substrate. What I've done here is I've mixed some potting soil that doesn't contain any fertilizers, because that would be harmful to your scorpion. I have some potting soil mixed with peat moss, mixed with coconut husk fiber, and some long fiber dried sphagnum moss as well is in there. So these are very absorbent substrates all mixed together that will increase and hold humidity quite nicely. And the potting soil is mainly in there so that it will give the substrate some shape, so when the scorpion digs in, substrate doesn't collapse right away. So that's what that's for. It's not really necessary to have the potting soil, but should your scorpion choose to burrow, it will be able to do so. So after this, what you want to do is simply take that substrate and pour it right in. So once you're done pouring it in, it'll look a little something there. Now it's set in place. After this, you can begin to add your furnishings. So what I have here are a couple of small plants, and they look rather ridiculous, but I'm just going to toy around with them. And this is a very small piece of pothos to cutting. There are two very small leaves coming, and there is a small root system. So I'll just go ahead and dig a little spot here, stick that in the ground, and plant it. Same as everything else. So if you have any little plants that are clean, you don't want to add. See, the trick with a lot of plants, the tricky part is they might have pesticides or insecticides, fungicides on them, and that's a big no-no for your scorpion. So these are just plants I've taken out of pots over years, and I just split them up, and like they're grown myself and such. So they're safe, and I use them in a lot of my setups. So yeah. Okay. And then I'll take one more. Plant it here. Alright, very good. So next, after this, what you can do is add some furnishings that are more oriented to giving the animal an environment or place to hide in. I have a small piece of mohapani wood here, I believe that's what it's called. And so I'm going to take it and I can just put it anywhere. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing it be dug a bit into the substrate. So I'll go ahead and just dig it in a bit, and then press the soil down around it, just like this, and now it's in. Okay. What you can do is go to landscaping areas or landscaping businesses, and you can actually purchase some sandstone slates. They're going to be a lot cheaper than anywhere else. And what you would do with these is, firstly, you need to rinse them with hot water to wipe them clean off, or wipe off any dirt you can. And then after that, what you want to do is bake them on high in your oven to kill any parasites or little critters or bacterias or anything that might be on the rock, fungus, etc., to make them sterilized. And then you might even want to rinse them once more before inserting them in your enclosure. That last part's up to you. I recommend it though. So when you have this, or these kind of rocks, small pieces, large, and such, I'll show you what you can do with that by placing it around the enclosure. I just want to keep this video under 10 minutes, so that's why I'm not showing how I do every little thing, but feel free to PM me or private message me, I'll be more specific, if you have any questions about setting that up. So yeah,